Hi, and welcome to a Down the Line special. In this episode of the Warby Line Then and Now, we're at the first station from Lilydale. Opened in November 1901 and basically the home of holidaymakers and tourists to the Yarra Valley during the 1920s. Welcome to Mount Evelyn. Mount Evelyn Station was the first intermediate station on the Warburton line, opening in March 1901. Originally named Alinda Vale from opening, it was changed to Evelyn in 1907. In 1919 it was changed to Mount Evelyn to promote the still mountain air in the area. Things must have changed since then. The railway to Warburton was a huge game changer in the area. Within 12 months of opening, cheap excursion fares for passengers going to Warburton and other parts of the area were introduced. By the early 1920s, Mount Evelyn was becoming the broad gauge version of Belgrave on the narrow gauge. Hundreds of passengers were boarding and disembarking trains here to go to different holiday houses, which a number of them are still existing in the area. As its name implies, Mount Evelyn is the summit of a long and hard gradient from Lilydale, with a rolling gradient of 1 in 40. There's a similar gradient from Wandon up to here as well, with another rolling gradient of about 1 in 40. The distance of the grade from Lilydale is just over 2 miles, and there have been many stories from Victorian Railways enginemen of double headers stalling halfway up the gradient, with them having to split the train up to Mount Evelyn, taking the first half, then rolling back for the second half, making the trains nearly over 2 hours late. Unlike other stations on the Warburton line, Mount Evelyn has got its station master's cottage still existing, like Wandon and Warburton. But however, it's been turned into a library. One of the great features about the station here at Mount Evelyn is the town itself. It's only about 5 metres from the station, which means it's very easy to access, and also it features a number of shops, cafes, and also a nice amount of walking areas as well. The station here at Mount Evelyn was opened with the railway in March 1901. When it opened, there was a signalman, a station master and also a caretaker. But by the 1920s, it was only a station master and a signalman, because they used to cross trains here, especially during the peak periods. By the 1950s, there was only a station master who was qualified in safe working. By 1963, only the station master was left at the station, as the caretakers were removed during the late 1950s. Following the line closing on the 1st of August 1965, the station was shortened so the car park could be put in. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look into Mount Evelyn in this episode of the series on the Warby Line Then and Now. Be sure to check out the other videos we've already got on YouTube. We're going to try and get all the stations completed on the Warburton line, because this railway has got a huge amount of history. Unfortunately, there's no trains running on it anymore, and sadly there hasn't been for over 55 years now, which is a real shame because it would have been very popular now, but back in the 60s there wasn't many people riding it. Like, comment, subscribe and favourite the videos. There's a few more on the way, so see you next time, down the line.